What's going on, guys? How are y'all doing today? Yesterday, I posted a video that was called Reaction to Flawed TV's Diss to Upchurch, The Intervention. While the video was uploading, I decided to watch some other videos, watch some other reactions to it, and see if my reaction was kind of on par. One particular one I clicked on was Simba TV's reaction. And the day before, when I actually filmed it, I noticed that Simba had almost as many views on his reaction to the song as Flawed had on the actual song. So I was curious to see. Clearly, Simba was saying something. I clicked on the video, and Simba is very good at being politically correct, I guess, is the correct term for it these days. Where he doesn't really say anything to really hurt anybody's feelings. Of course, he's been around for a while, so he's kind of learned what to and what to not say. I watched that video, and the only real part in the video where he stopped and said, "Hey, that's something," was when Flawed mentioned being jealous of Jelly Roll. Simba stopped and said, "Hey, that's a bar right there." And then quickly followed it up with, "Do I think Church is jealous of Jelly Roll? Of course not." But that was really the only point in the song where Simba stopped and said, "Hey, you got something." And then after that, I scrolled through the comments, and I seen that somebody had mentioned a diss from Just Trey. And I'd seen it kind of floating around and stuff, but I quite honestly wasn't too interested in checking it out for a couple of reasons. One, the video just wasn't doing that good. It kind of fell flat. And two, I was left with the question of, where do I know that name from? And like another reactor I ended up watching yesterday, I realized it was because he's the guy that tags Upchurch in everything. Now, I gotta be completely honest with this and say, if Church is gonna go at Tom McDonald for tagging him in everything, using his SEO, then it can't be fair for Just Trey to tag Upchurch in everything he does for SEO purposes. It can't be right or okay for one person and not another. If it's wrong, it's wrong. But I ended up watching a reaction video to it because I was like, hey, let me just see the first few moments of this song. What's it sound like? Does it sound like there might be something there? Well, I ended up watching the whole reaction, and that reaction, the guy was like bobbing his head and everything to it and kind of rocking with the song. But once again, there wasn't any point where he kind of stopped and said, "Hey, you have something here." And so I was confused. At the end of it, he's like, "Yeah, this is a good song." And I was scrolling through his comments. And in his comments, somebody mentioned there was a girl with green hair that did a reaction to that song and said, "Hey, this just ain't it. This just is not good." And so I found her channel, Spooky Squirrel. And by the way, the reaction video I watched to Just Trey's music video was BX Beast Boy. And before I go any further, anybody I mention in this, I'm going to link them down below so y'all can check out their stuff, regardless of whoever they might be. So I go to her channel and I watch her reaction to Frog Legs by Just Trey. And she goes through that, and she's just like, there's nothing here. It just seems all you're saying is, "I'm friends with Upchurch, Creek Squad." And it just felt like that was about it. The entire time I was watching these videos and scrolling through the comments section, everybody was just divided. Everybody was either like, oh, you hate it if you like this one. You must hate this other one if you like this one. Or if you like this one, you must hate this one. And it seemed kind of fairly correct. It's like everybody's wanting all these reactors to pick a side. You know, divide us. Which is the one thing that Tom MacDonald and Ryan Upchurch go completely against. I don't get it. Are we really gonna sit here and let this dispute dictate whether or not we like one artist or the other? I thought we were just supposed to be here for the music. I mean, come on, guys. Y'all know it. Church has multiple songs about this topic. Tom MacDonald has multiple songs about this topic. The one thing they can both agree on is that we don't need any more division. But by the time I ended up finishing Spooky Squirrel's video, my video had uploaded and started getting a little bit of traction on there. So I went to bed, I woke up and went to work this morning and came back, and well, some people just ain't too happy. I want to show you guys a comment left by Flawed himself, and he says, laughing emoji, laughing emoji, laughing emoji. Guess he found it pretty funny. Bro made stuff up for a whole reaction. And as you can see, as of 4 hours ago, it's edited. Not trying to say anything there. I mean, it is saying it's edited. Flawed, you're saying I made stuff up for a whole reaction video while I'm watching your video. Because I didn't include this in the original one, this is the video, as you can see. Just refresh it here real quick. What's going on, guys? How are y'all doing? And I scroll down, and as you can see, there's Flawed TV's comment. I'm not gonna get into like the stuff other people are saying that you fake your reactions or whatnot. Quite honestly, I don't really care if you do that. It is what it is. I don't. That's why I didn't watch Simba's reaction before I watched your video. It was right there next to it. But here's the thing, guys. We can't let this give us something else to be divided about. I'm not really for this whole white knighting for people, right? You hear that term thrown out when a guy like steps up for a girl or something like that. But it's in essence the same thing. Because Upchurch dissed Tom twice. And then Trey jumps on it for some reason. Apparently he had quite a few disses on Tom. And then Flawed comes over here. Now granted, give Flawed some credit here, because he did say, hey, I'm a rapper, I can go against Upchurch and stuff. And he actually put out a song, put out a diss track. You gotta give him credit where credit is due. Because a lot of people will say, oh yeah, I can do that, and then never do it. But he did. When I was going through this song, I was stopping at points and pointing out hypocrisies and pointing out the stuff that I knew. Now I know a lot of people might have been like, oh well, he wasn't one of the ones that was mad about using the N-word. Fair. My apologies. But everything else, that was just stuff I knew. From the name dropping and everything. And my biggest gripe with that whole song was It was stuff that could be found in a 30-minute Google search. Like it came across like all Flawed did was just Google Ryan Upchurch and click whatever came up. That felt like what it was. And by the way, before I go any further, that whole Just Trey diss, when I heard it, I was like, it really sounded like it was on par with Flawed's diss. And quite honestly, after hearing both of them, I do feel like Flawed was able to compose himself a little bit better than Trey was. Trey's video just came across as emotional. But I'm not cool with this whole, like, Flawed coming up and seemingly like he's white knighting for Tom. I mean, I understand Church said some things about his reactions at one point. But, I mean, at the end of the day, it's Church against Tom. There was no other name drop in the diss videos. You go back to, and the only reason I'm going to bring this up is because Reactors were involved again. But if you go back to the whole Eminem versus Benzino thing that's been going on while this is happening. Eminem took some shots at Benzino. Benzino then dropped one diss that was meh at best. And then he dropped another diss that sounded nothing like he's ever produced. And so, Reactors got the video and said, there's no way this dude wrote this song himself. And then Benzino got mad. And he gets mad at one reactor in particular, Cliff Beats, who name dropped somebody that he knew for a fact was one of the ghostwriters on that song. And so Benzino tries to take down his channel. Well, when Benzino name dropped the rappers, that's when Cassius stepped up, because Cassius was name dropped specifically. Once you name drop somebody, it's fair game. And once you get pointed out, hey dude, you're doing this over here, you're going after reaction channels, guess what? Not all reaction channels just react to music. That's when Knox Hill made his video. That's when other reactors made their videos. Now granted, I do know, like, there is some hypocrisy from Knox Hill with some of the stuff. Like, there's clips going around where he was flabbergasted by Church using the N-word. And then there was other videos where black creators were praising Knox and calling him the N-word, and he was perfectly okay with that. I understand there's that hypocrisy going around. We can't allow this kind of stuff to divide us more. We need to take a step back and look at it for what it is. This could be, or well, could have been. There's still a small chance that whatever Tom drops this Friday, has something to do with Church. I doubt it, but he could have some sort of subliminal in there, and this could open right back up. I doubt it, again, at this point, but there is that slim chance. But that's all I'm going to say, guys, on this. Don't let these things get to you. Don't let these things just dictate what you think. We just need to take a step back and see this for what it is. It could have been one of the greatest diss battles to go down in a very long time. And At least for right now, it doesn't seem like it's going to happen. Don't let this kind of stuff divide us. Church and Tom themselves are very talented people. But anyways, guys, I think that's going to do it for this video. If you liked it, hit a like down below for me, please. If you have anything to say, please leave that in the comments. Keep it cordial. And if you have anything you'd like to see me react to next, also leave that in the comments. But anyways, guys, like always, I will see y'all later. Bye.